Yeah, I tell my friends that I wish you well, but the truth is, honey, that I hope it hurts like hell, like hell. When you see me leaving here with someone else, well, the truth is, honey, that I hope it hurts like hell, like hell. Remember
Everybody, so I hope you're well and having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be doing episode 2 of finishing all of the book series I am in the middle of. I am so excited to be filming this video. I really enjoyed filming and editing and creating the first one, so I hope you guys are excited. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I will leave it down below. But essentially what this video is a few months ago I was in the middle of about 13 book series, which is just a little bit much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really love a good book series, but I feel like 13 was just far too many. So I thought I would do a kind of video series where I finish all of the series I've started. I feel like I've said series about 18 times, but that is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So this is going to be part 2, and I'm very, very excited. So without further ado, let's dive into the first book. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. So the first book I'm going to be reading in today's video is The Summer Girl by Elle Kennedy. This is part of the Avalon Bay series, which me and Kelsey have both read, obviously apart from me reading the last one, and I am really excited to dive into this. So the first book you have is Good Girl Complex, which I'm pretty sure I gave a 4 if not a 5 star. We then had Bad Girl Reputation, again, which I think I did score similarly. I did really like that one. And then we have this one. This one is about Tate and Cassie, and I just can't wait to dive into this and kind of finish the trilogy. I'm really, really excited. So yeah, this is the first book. Let's dive in. I am so excited.
Heard it from a friend, she was in our bed, should've known better. Said it was the truth, she came onto you, yeah, but you let her. Knocked me over 10 feet forward. Never knew I could sleep alone good, I've never been better. You're probably out there somewhere missing me. Wish I had an ounce of sympathy. Yeah, I tell my friends that I wish.
So I'm about halfway through The Summer Girl right now, and I thought I would sit down and share with you guys my thoughts and opinions so far. So essentially what we have is we have Cassie, who's gone to Avalon Bay to live with her grandma and kind of spend the summer there with her and almost meet somebody that she wants to have a fling with, like a really short romantic summer essentially. And she meets Tate, who is basically getting broken up with when she meets him, which is it's a whole other thing. If you read the other 2 books, you'll understand who he's with, why he's with them and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he's basically getting broken up with, and Cassie meets Tate on the beach and they become very close quite quickly. They become very friendly quite quickly, and they do decide to keep it completely friends only, no romance whatsoever. However, obviously that doesn't stay the same. Things do develop, things do change, and you can kind of see halfway through the book like what's going to happen. It's kind of a very obvious plot line, but I am really, really enjoying it. I absolutely love Tate's character. I think him and Cassie have an incredible banter that I find very interesting and funny to read, so I'm really enjoying that part, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And Cassie's grandma is actually the pre-owner of the hotel which was bought in the first book, so it all kind of interconnects together. So I would read these in order. It does make a lot more sense, and you get so much more world building when you read it in order, so I definitely would recommend doing that. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's such an easy read, and I think this would have been a perfect read for in the summertime, but I'm still really enjoying it, and it's very cold outside. So yeah, that is my update so far. Thoroughly enjoying it. 10 out of 10. So it's a little while later now, and I have finally finished The Summer Girl. I absolutely flew through this book. This was so good. I honestly loved it so much. This was a 5-star read. I cannot recommend the Avalon Bay series enough. I think if you want a really nice, easy read, a bit of spice, a really good romance to follow, also a really good kind of friends and family vibe. This was so good. It had a little bit of family drama, which I liked as well, to do with Cassie's mum, and it kind of kept you on your toes a little bit and was really fun to read as well. But honestly, this was so fun, so just such a happy kind of book, if that makes sense. Like, there were some things in this book which weren't necessarily a happy vibe, but overall it was just such a fun and joyful read that I would highly recommend this series for anybody. It was just so good. So the next book that we're going to be diving into for today's video is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This is the second book in the Love Hypothesis series, and I cannot wait to get into this series even more. I absolutely loved the first book so much, and I don't know why I have been waiting to read this book. I just haven't picked it up, but now is the time. I looked at it the other day and thought that is definitely going to be read this month for sure, and I'm just really excited. So essentially this series is about a woman in STEM, so like a science kind of vibe. So it is very good. It's very interesting to read something different for me, and I really liked that. So this one is about Bea and Levi, both of which are scientists, and they are kind of creating some sort of project together, and obviously I'm assuming like a romance does occur. So I'm very excited about this one. I cannot wait. I absolutely love the artwork on these books. I think they're so beautiful. So let's dive into book 2. I cannot wait. Let's dive in.
Some days I can't get out of my bed. Some days I'm waking up on the wrong side of my head, and I got all these eyes on me, staring at me through my screen. Most nights I just can't wait to lie down. So tired from my thoughts that keep on swirling around. Medication used to help me breathe. Now it feels like it's abusing me. 'Cause all of my thoughts take the air out of me, and I can't disagree with the lies that I think you believe.
So I thought I would sit down and do my kind of halfway point update with you guys. So we're currently on page 211 out of 354, and I have to say I am really enjoying this. I mean, I loved the first one, and this one is just as enjoyable. I don't know yet whether it is on a 3-star basis, because there are things in this book that is really annoying me, and I just feel like maybe that isn't enough for me to want to give it a 5-star. But essentially so far we have Bea and we have Levi, and they're both scientists, and they both get put on the same science project within NASA, which is very obviously exciting. But Bea and Levi just haven't really got on. Bea is adamant that Levi doesn't like her, whereas Levi is adamant that he never didn't like her, and it's all a bit of a weird like misunderstanding thing. I mean, I'm getting the vibes that Levi loves her and has always loved her, so I think that is partially why I'm getting annoyed with this book, and it's kind of obvious that he likes her and has always liked her, but she's just being a little bit like blind to it. So I'm not loving that aspect, but I have been flying through this book and I am really enjoying it. I cannot wait to see where this goes. I feel like there's going to be some sort of plot twist. I don't know what's going to happen, but like in the last book there was like that little plot twist at the end, so I can't wait to see if this one has something similar. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So far so good. I'm excited to keep reading. So I've just got to the point in the book where there's a massive sort of plot twist aspect at the end, and I feel like I didn't see it coming. The character that was involved in the kind of plot twist situation, I thought they were a genuine character, so that really upsets me that they weren't a genuine person. So I am really loving it. I love the plot twist and I can't wait to finish it. We are so close, so I'm going to sit down now and finish the rest and then give you guys my overall thoughts at the end. But yeah, loving it. Just didn't expect that, and now I feel betrayed, so yeah. I loved it. It was so good. So I have finally finished Love on the Brain, and I think I'm going to give this one a 4-star. I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a really lovely book, and I think I would recommend it to somebody if they wanted a good book to read. I just don't think I would ever rush to read it again, and comparing it to other 5-star reads like My brain just went off then. Like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, that's what I was going to say. Like that is one book that I feel like I really want to reread, and I don't reread books ever, so I might do a reread of that very soon. This one was a 4-star. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and if you want to read kind of a nice romance with some spice and some sciencey things in there. The only thing with this book that I didn't like, but I struggled with, there was a lot of scientific terms in this book. I think more so than the first one, so I was reading it thinking like, what does that even mean? Like, I can't understand half of what they're saying. It was thoroughly enjoyable. I highly recommend it, and I'm just glad I've read it now. So that is the second book that I finished, so I feel very accomplished. I love it. So the next book we are going to be diving into is one that I have been putting off reading for months, and that is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I've been putting this off, I'm not gonna lie. Essentially it's because of the sheer size of it. It's 750 pages long, which is a very serious commitment in book size, and I don't know, I didn't itch to read it. I felt like book 1, 2 and 3 ended perfectly. I feel like book 4, the like little novella, just wasn't necessary really. It was a nice read, but I didn't feel like I had to read it, and I'm kind of feeling this is similar. Like, I don't love it. It's not a 5-star read as of yet. I feel like it's currently like a 4-ish. Do you know what I mean? Don't hate me, because I know a lot of people love this book. I just haven't read anything in this book yet that is making me feel like it was really necessary to read it, and I'm getting so much more information. But I'm only 250 pages in out of 750 pages, so we have a long way to go. But yeah, this is the next book we're going to be finishing off a series. I cannot wait, even though there is technically going to be more books coming out, but I'm still taking it off as a win. So yeah, let's carry on, and hopefully I love this as much as the others. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have been the worst YouTuber on the planet, because I have not only finished A Court of Silver Flames and completely forgot to A, give you guys a midway update, but B, film myself actually reading the book. So I thought I would sit down now and go through my overall thoughts and opinions on this one. Not only did I forget to do that, I also started and finished this book, which I completely forgot to tell you guys about, and I've started this one. I feel like I owe you guys a very sincere apology. I am so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just got very much into reading these past few weeks, and I just devoured all of these, and then I realised I completely forgot to tell you guys what I was reading, what my thoughts were, kind of film me actually reading these books. So I thought I would sit down now and go through those, because I owe you guys a very big apology. But I'm still going to go through them anyway, because I feel like I owe you guys a big apology. So we're going to go through them, and it definitely still counts towards this video. So I finished A Court of Silver Flames. Did I absolutely love this book? Yes. Did I love it as much as A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin? No. Did I give it a 5 stars anyway? Yes, I did. I think this was a really wonderful book. It put a really nice bow on the end of ACOTAR. I know ACOTAR's not technically finished, but like right now and for a while it has been finished, and this just really tied everything together really well, and I loved this book. I'm not gonna lie. When I first knew that this was about Nesta and Cassian, and also it was in 3rd person, I was a bit like, ugh, I don't wanna, like, I'm not looking forward to reading that, and also, let's be real, the sheer size of it. However, after reading it, I absolutely loved it, because it had so many little snippets and kind of sneak peeks of the other characters, what they got up to, kind of where they were in their lives, and there was some quite emotional things in this book, I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it. The ending had me literally sobbing, like my heart, everything. I was so emotional reading this book, but it was absolutely wonderful. And if you are like me and you've read ACOTAR, you've read books 1, 2, 3 and 4, especially after reading book 4, because it's so small, then you kind of have to pick this up, and it's almost like I just didn't want to read it, but it's so good. I highly recommend it, and obviously there is another book coming out, so you kind of want to read this to get to that one. I did enjoy it. It was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I then dived into The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. Again, this was one of those books that I had on my TBR for ages. I read books 1 and 2 a while ago, and I just kind of, I don't know what it was about this book that really kind of put me off. I think it was mainly the sheer size of it, to be honest, but I found it on Kindle Unlimited, so I read it on there, and it was way less traumatizing, and I really enjoyed this. Again, this was another 5-star read. I absolutely devoured this book, and to give you a little bit of context, context. This one is about Alana and Callan, and basically Callan is part of the Kane brothers, so he is brother number 3. If you haven't read books 1 and 2, I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'm going to kind of speak in code. If you guys have read them, you'll know what I mean. But Callan is brother number 3, and essentially this is like a friends to lovers to enemies to friends to lovers, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely loved just all the characters. It was very heartfelt, very moving, very emotional, and I really connected to each of the characters and I loved them all. And I think that's what really makes me just enjoy a book so much, is when you love every character. I just thoroughly enjoyed this. If you've read book 1 and 2 and you're umming and ahhing about book 3, I really recommend it. I think this could even be my favourite out of the 3. It was just very like heartwarming and very nice to read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I completely read this one, devoured it, and I'm so sorry I completely forgot to tell you guys. So yeah, that was the next book I read. And the book I am currently reading is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This is book 3 in a trilogy. Now, this isn't necessarily a connected trilogy. I just count it as her like Woman in STEM trilogy. So this is book 3, and this one is about Elsie and Jack, and they are both scientists, but Elsie is really struggling with money, and she decides a while ago, kind of before you start reading, she decided to go on this like fake dating app. So she would basically be hired to pretend to be people's girlfriend, basically, like to impress their friends or whatever. She is doing it to this guy, Greg, and it turns out that Greg's brother happens to be like Elsie's, I don't want to say arch nemesis because that's not the case at all, but it's this guy that she doesn't like for a certain reason. You find out why and all that kind of stuff, but it is just really good. I'm really enjoying it. Jack is definitely more of a golden retriever, but like a kind of mysterious golden retriever, but also he fell first and fell quick, and it is very good. Again, as I said, I've literally got like 40 pages left. I'm going to finish this tonight. I cannot wait to finish it and sort of see where it takes them. But yeah, absolutely loving this so far. So let's continue reading this. Again, I'm so sorry I forgot to kind of tell you guys about these two, but hopefully you can forgive me and we can dive into the next read. So I feel like the absolute worst YouTuber ever, because I feel like this vlog has been here, there and everywhere, and I'm so incredibly sorry, but I basically finished Love Theoretically. I gave it a 5-star. I absolutely loved it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, did I finish that book a month or 2 ago? Yes, I did. However, I did want to sit down and just end this video. I didn't want it to go to waste. I feel like you guys watching would hopefully love this video anyway, so I'm gonna upload it and hopefully you guys enjoy. I loved Love Theoretically. I would highly recommend any Ali Hazelwood book. I haven't really read one that I didn't like, to be honest, so I would highly recommend it. As you guys know, it's a Woman in STEM sort of book series, I guess, those kind of books, and I did really enjoy it. So I am gonna end today's vlog here. I hope you guys did enjoy. As I said, I am so sorry that it was here, there and everywhere. I literally took maybe 2 or 3 months to film this, which is absolutely ridiculous, but I would love to know if you guys would like to see a part 3, because I definitely have more book series that I'd like to complete. So that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so incredibly much as always, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.
My friends that I wish you well, but the truth is, honey, that I hope it hurts like hell, like hell.